Hello, my name is Leung in Cisco Home Partner SE, and today we will take a look on the C9300 series switches. If you want to take or reading the video data sheet on the line 2, you just find my videos, okay? So you just, first thing, you have to go to Google and type C9300 switch data sheet, okay? And then the first URL link, you just click it. So this is a latest data sheet. It's a 2021. And first thing, for the pre-sales, we will read the product overview first. And then first thing is the uh, 9V series. Have a two kind of model. I can say it's three type of model. It's 9V series, 9V series L, and 9V series X model. Is between the difference is between the performance, stacking power, stacking bandwidth, something like that. I will show you later on. Is a support. Is more important thing is if you running on the SDA. I will highly recommend using the 9V series as a SS switches. And then on the other hand, they can have a external USB SSD, and then is a default up to 240 gig, and default is come with 120 gig, and then they just run as a just like PC is embedded with the Center OS, and then you can install the wireless controller in there. You can install the Raja in there. So it depends on the customer applications. So for the stacking bandwidth is up to 1T, and then it also supports multi-gig 1G, 10G, 25G, 100G, and also it can mix on 1G up or 10G, or fiber is up to 1G or 25G. So for the power, so you can see that the PoE power is a support PoE plus, and then they also support the UPoE. It's nothing more. PoE plus and UPoE is also supported. And because in some amount, I saw one of the customer before, and then they have a using the power over Ethernet to power up their iPad and then the monitor, the display. So it's a UPoE maybe it's the best choice for that customer environment. They're using a switch to control all the power on the iPad, on the monitor. Okay, and then we also have a power management, intelligent power management. Yeah. On the other hand, is support the AVB. It's very important because some of the AV system they want to have a better audio and video, so that's why they have another protocol. We have to meet it. It's AV bridge, AVB. Yeah, and then some of the trading environment they may have the PTP requirement, just like other uh, models, just like the X-Ray is a Lexus V550. It's also support the PTP because this is a more accuracy time synchronization requirements. And then one of the more important thing is nowadays all the switches, all the category switches is support the RESTful API. RESTCon, YOM model, and Python. It's not like the previous one, we just using the EEM or TL script. But nowadays we have a stream technology. We will have more intelligence for the security side, and all the switches for the Cisco, the Line 3 series and Line 2 series, they will have a encrypted traffic analytics. For the SDA Line 3 series, I would highly recommend it for the SSI because they have a really good capability to doing access on the SDA or automation, policy control, segmentations. But you have to working with the ISC, DNA center, something like that. And then we also support the plug and play enablement. Yeah, plug and play also supported. Okay, for the platform detail, just platform detail. What kind of difference between the three types of model, X, normal one, and L? The main difference is on first one, is on the stacking bandwidth. Okay, it's bear in mind that the stacking is only available for all the model is same. That means we cannot mix line 3 series X with line 3. It cannot, but we just stack up to 8 switches for the line 3 series X. Yeah, all stacking switch is same model. Yeah, same model. Maybe can be different port density, but have the same model. Okay, it's very important. On the L, as I mentioned before, yes, it's a modular uplink because this is not support modular because they come with all the uplink module in there, so you cannot remove it. Yeah, it's fixed uplink. Okay, so for the bandwidth 1T 46480 gig and 320 gig. Yeah. One more important thing is first two have stack power. We can set the power just in case one of the power supply is dead, and then we rely on the another switch power to keep the switch up and running. And then on the other hand, we can put in the SSD and then run the 9X00 series wireless controller and support up to 200 APs, and then this was smallest one is only 50 APs. But for the RF, it's same. Yeah, if you remember the last video talk about the 92 series, is totally different. They do not support much of the virtual level, so that's why if you're running the SDA support, highly recommend is 93 series. Okay, so is this very similar for the 92 and 93 is also a talk about T is only for data is no PoE and PoE plus. As P is means they support PoE, and then in the 93 series of the U models is support the UPoE, and then you can see the power supply if they're using more voltage on the AC side, and we've used that some of the UX models means they have a support multi-gig for the SS. This one is highly recommended because nowadays we will have a Wi-Fi 6 AP, and in the future we have a Wi-Fi 6E. So we don't want to a switch has a bottleneck for the Wi-Fi. So I will highly recommend using the multi-gig technologies for the SS side. Okay, and then we have a 48 port on it, and then we also have a 48 5G BP and a UPoE port. Yeah, it's more powerful. Yeah, it's more powerful. It depends on the customer requirement, but it's some of the customers like they're using OSFP port, and then we can using S model and then for the S model. Yeah, if they using the 20 SSP28 as a SS port, so they can using Y model. Yeah, Y model. Yeah, because they support 1G, 10G, 25G, but this one is only 1G, only 1G. Okay, this is have to careful if you prepare the bomb. So for the L model, you just fix the uplink, so that's why you have 4G, 41, 1G uplink, and then for 10G is 4X. And then you can find it 4X, 4G, and then we have another is 2Q, is a 240G. Okay, is a and then UX will be same, is a multi-gig supported. So for the modules, this is some of the photo on the modules is a 1G, is 40G, and then something like that. And then this is part number. If you want to have selected the modules in the CCW, you just follow this to set it, but it's only for the X model or normal, the Live 3 series. It's no L. It's because the L is already included uplink, already included. So you can see all the frame trace, power supply for the Live 3 is a hot swappable. Yeah, hot swappable. So it's very important. And then for the power, so if you set some of the model is a full PoE, so you have to calculate the power supply for the PoE power available is very important because with all the port is using the PoE, and then with some of the power supply have the issue, and then you have to using a secondary power supply as a backup for provide all the electricity or rotates for the maybe the IP phone or video phone. So it's very important. So following is some of the recommendations, and then you can see our variable PoE, because the first two is only for data, is no PoE plus. So for the second one, for example, just take an example, and then the variable PoE is 445 rook. Is you have to calculate with the secondary with the 300 is a 300 rooks for the second one. So it's very important. Yeah, so you can set the smallest one, and then you can select, if you select the more powerful one, and then the variable on the PoE will be better. Yeah, it is better. Yeah. So it's very important on this one. So this, you can recommend this kind of data sheet and as a recommendation. If you need more power supply and or need more voltage, you just let the bigger power supply. Yeah. This is a stacking cable. Yeah, stacking cable will support the 1T. It means it's X because they are maximum is a 1T for the bandwidth, and then is also same is a 8 members. Yeah, maximum 8 members. Yeah, but the L, they have to order the stacking kit. Yeah, stack kit is very important. So just remember, as I mentioned before, with because the stacking cable, you have to select. Maybe if you select, okay, if you buy X switches for the Life00X, that means you have all the 7 short cable, maybe 50 cm, because they have to connect the first switch to second switch, second switch to first switch, and first switch to fourth switch. Okay, but finally we have the knockback cable, so we have select 1 meter or 3 meters. It depends on the rack space or the sizing. If you one switch is a 42 RU, maybe some of the customer they want to using the space red run is a first switch, and space red 3 is using the second switch. So you may using the 3 meters is better. But normally we will snap 7 cable is 50 cm, and then the loopback cable is 1 meter. Okay. So just remember, the L have to order the stack kit for it. Yeah, they will include 2 data stack data and 1 data stack cable. So it's totally different. If you compare with the X and normal one, they have to order the stack kit. It's very important. Have to do it. Yeah. Otherwise, you cannot do in the stack. And then for the stack cable, the X and normal one is using T1, but for the L1, you have to order different stack cable part number. So just remind that don't order the wrong one. Yeah. Okay. So it's a friend. Friend is, if you need the friend part number, spare part, you have to order this one. And then what kind of difference between the X and then the normal one and the L is on the total MAC address. Is a high scale module uplink is this one. Otherwise it's same, the MAC address supported, and then the total up table, sometimes it's called TCAM, is a different on the high performance one. Yeah, otherwise it's the same, except the indirect route, and then it's different. So if you have to calculate the routing requirement for the customer, so to set the suitable model, and then for the buffer is you can try it out. Yeah, the RAM X model is more RAM, more flash, and then other will be similar. It's very similar, you can say. Depends on the bandwidth requirements. you have to talk with the customer what kind of bandwidth requirement, and then the floating rate is as following. If you looking for high performance, you using UX, you support UPoE and X model, and the throughput and stack. If a more powerful is 1T. So on the stack cable, on the forwarding rate is more higher. You should just check it out. Okay, just check it out. Don't propose the wrong solution for the customer. Because it's very important. For the platform benefit, as I said before, it supports the NetConf API, RESTful API, your model, and so on, and some automation such as zero touch provisioning. But you have to working with the DNA center. You have to working with DNA center. For the security, is most important because the 93 series is already supported encrypted traffic analytics. With you working with the Stealth solutions, you will have a more protections on your network. And then we also support AES 250 method encryptions, but for the 92, we just a AES 128. If you're looking for more strong encryption solutions for the switches, we will highly recommend the IP series. And the IPsec encryption is up to 100G delivery, on the IP series X, and then it's very similar. We also can do the embedded DNS integration for to protect the customer DNS, protect the not. I can say that is if you're using embedded DNS means the end device can have a DNS protections from our embedded solutions. And then for the surface assurance, we also can integrate with the 1000 Nines. So if you check in our videos, we have a 1000 Nines enablement sessions, so you can take a look on that. In future, we will have a basic ideas on 1000 Nines later on. But in the meantime, you can check our training videos. It's around 1 hour. Okay. So for the stacking cable, stack rise, stack power, and then we support the debuffering technologies and net flow application visibility is with MBAR 2, and QoS is we can support the auto QoS as well, and then you can doing the manual QoS also, and then we also support the multicast DNS, and we have a RFID detect in the latency series switches we supported, and then we have a Bluetooth beacon, Blue beacon on that. Okay, so as I mentioned, VAB, ABB is very important, and then for the Live 3 series also support the MPLS. It support MPLS. So most of the protocol is supported for the Premier or level advantage. So for the power, it's a UPoE plus, 90 volt. And then for the PoE for the all port is 15.4. This one is a very standard one. Is X02.1 AF. Is a traditional per port. If you're looking for the 30 volt per port, you have to using this kind of power supply as in the board. So it's very important. It's 24 port PoE. With you need the PoE is 15.4. It's a standard. It's standard PoE maximum voltage. And then if you're looking for 30 volt, and then you have to set this kind of power supply order. Otherwise, the PoE is not not good. Okay, for the software management, actually nowadays we are using smart licensing. Smart licensing is a 16.9 or 17.2 or 3. Yes, latest one. For the licensing, we are using DNA Advantage. That's like DNA Advantage, DNA Essential, Level Essential is included on the DNA Essential, and then Level Advantage will be included DNA Advantage or DNA Premium. Okay, if you want to compare the features, what kind of things we will include in the level advantage is not included in level essential. Its first one is the level segmentations on the VXLAN, VRF, and then second one will be on NFF NSF, and then the CL-based software patching is not support. And the IoT integration security method is only support in the level advantage. So if the customer is looking for the BGP, OSP, IP, SLA, and then the HSRP, you have to using the level advantage. Otherwise, the switch is not support this one. Because I know most of customer they using the layer 3 switches, they will looking for this kind of feature. So I can say level advantage is one of the main options for the customer. Okay. EIGRP, yeah, this one is only EIGRP stop, and then the routing on OSP only 1000, yeah. So it's very important. So this is a difference between the DNA Essential and DNA Advantage and DNA Premier. Bonjour, okay, Bonjour is on related to Apple devices, Apple gateway. So is maybe needed on this one. Yeah, many customers may need it because they some of the customers they deploy the Apple TV in the network, so you have to support it. And telemetry and MBAR, Wireshark is very important for the level visibility. So advantages is must for the ETA and filter traffic analytics is not included in the essential. So I can say I will highly recommend if you order the Live series switches, just order the Aroundix because they also include the 1000S, SDA, level assurance. Okay, if you with your customer just want to add more license, they just purchase the DNA Premier because they will include IC Basic, Plus, and Star Wars. Some is the dimension requirements. Okay, I will not go through one by one. Yeah, so just take a look on this one. This depends on the red sizing. Yeah, red sizing is included, and then this one is the weight or the switches. Yeah, just in case if you just worry the weight is too heavy. Yeah, for this red installations, just try it. But normally we will not concern on this one. The meantime between failure time, just in case one of the customer may be asking how long for the switches will have a issues, you can relate on this informations, or you can ask your accounting to clarify it. Yeah, okay. So I think this one is supporting protocol. Yeah, on the standard side is AF with PoE. This is a PoE plus, and then the BT is a PoE BT. Okay. Okay. And then also support the SMP. You can check the protocol. Yeah, on it. And then this is a power supply on the how many BTU is using calculate the backup battery on it. So it's very important for the precise review provide the total solution is not only the switch, if you include all the red space and then the backup battery, and then okay. So I think that's all for my data sheet. There is other stuff is just create the power consumption on each model, and then the performance, something like that. Okay. Okay. That's all for the data sheet. Okay. This is all the informations. So just copy and paste this one if you want to order this switch. Just copy this part number and then order in the CCW. They will available to order with the list price. Okay. Thank you for your watching and see you soon. Bye.